My attention was never missing. I kept giving it away. Yeah, I fall face down and face up. Every minute, every sound. Messages with no importance still could turn my head around. I caught it staying connected, but my thoughts were split in 10. Nothing deep enough to finish, nothing quite enough to mend. At the desk inside the session, I was present only by name. Too much noise inside the channel for a clear thought to remain. So I chose one frequency and let the rest go down. Cut the static, keep the signal. One clear task inside my hands. Cut the static, hold the channel till the message fully lands. Every buzz can wait outside me, every voice can miss its turn. I protect the line of focus long enough to make it work. Now the screen stays in the drawer during sets and writing blocks. Notifications lose their power when I stop. Obeying knocks. 40 minutes, one direction. Then I pause and breathe again. Concentration isn't talent, it is space I must defend. No signal survives when everything gets through. Sound deserves reception. Not every thought deserves reply. Silence is a chosen filter, not an empty state of mind. One channel until complete. Seal the small leaks before the whole day drains. One skip step becomes a pattern when I keep looking away. No habit falls apart at once. It loses drop by drop. Seal the small leaks, fix them while they're small. Then arrived and rush felt normal. One warm-up skipped on busy nights became the way I always started. I left dishes for the morning, left the message without reply. Left the smallest obligations because none looked dangerous alive. I told myself they didn't matter, nothing broke in front of me. But the room grew more disordered and my work became less clean. Energy escaped through openings I was too proud to repair, until every simple duty felt much heavier than before. I began with what was leaking, set the clothes out before bed, answered messages when promised, put the tools back when I left. I arrived with time to settle, move through preparation first. Not because the acts were heroic, but because neglect gets worse. Each repair restored attention, each completed detail closed. One more place where trust had emptied from the systems that I owned. I stopped waiting for disaster to make maintenance feel real. What I handle while it's minor never grows enough to rule me. Fill the small leaks before the whole day drains. One skip step becomes a pattern when I keep looking away. No habit falls apart at once. It loses drop by drop. Seal the small leaks, fix them while they're small. They once corrected, skipped once, return. Loose edge, stuck current, small fault, concern. No drama, No denial, see it, seal it. There are still days when I dismiss the quiet warning in the wall. It's one exception, leave it. You can fix it when it's large, but I know what slow erosion does. I know the hidden cost of standard rarely disappears. It escapes through what I tolerate. Feel the small leaks before the whole week drains. One correcting choice can stop a careless habit taking shape. I don't wait for full collapse to prove attention has been lost. Seal the small leaks, fix them while they're small. What I notice, I address. What I excuse, I become. I will never have command. Yeah. It will never have command. Yeah. I woke with the argument still caught in my chest. Coffee going cold, no patience, no rest. The plan said 40 minutes before leaving for work. My mood said you finished, let the whole day get worse. That was my old pattern. One cloud became sky. One hard conversation gave the next choice the right. If the morning felt heavy, I abandoned the day, then used evening regret. It's more weather to blame. I treated every feeling like a permanent front, as if anger and hate meant no focus by would cancel the session, delay what was due, make temporary conditions decide what I would do. By night the storm had passed like it usually did, but the damage stayed behind and the promises I skipped. The forecast had changed, the lost hours had not. I was giving brief weather authority, it never got. Let it rain, keep the appointment, let it turn, hold the line. A feeling can enter, it cannot redesign every choice that follows for the rest of my time. For the rest of my time. Yeah, the next rough morning came with the same heavy air. I did not fake calm, I did not pretend not to care. I wrote down the anger, took 10 measured breaths, then completed the smallest version the standard allowed. No personal record, no dramatic release, 3 controlled rounds, then I left it complete. The emotion stayed present, but it sat in the back. I learned action and discomfort can share the same track. At work I closed the door and finished one page. Did not wait to feel settled, did not worship the rage. When attention drifted, I returned it by hand. One paragraph, one correction, one deliberate demand. Forecast, don't give orders. I wrote that once, not to silence emotion, but to narrow its job. Feelings carry information, something hurt, something changed, but they are poor commanders of the rest of the day. The sky can turn without turning me. The wind can push, it does not choose my fate. I make room for the weather, then return to the plan. I don't need clear conditions to complete what I can. Let the thunder have a voice, it will never have command. Sadness may slow me, then I shorten the route. Anger may flood me, then I'll wait before I speak. Fear may predict every ending it knows. I listen for the warning, I do not hand it control. Some days need recovery, some plans should be moved. Discipline is not ignoring what the body tells you, but there is a difference between care and retreat, between changing the method and abandoning the weak. I check the real conditions, am I sick, am I hurt, or am I asking one feeling to cancel the work? When rest is the answer, I take it without shame. When avoidance is speaking, I continue the day. The weather still changes, that will never be fixed. My strength is not sunshine, it is choosing within it. No emotional season gets permanent claim. I can can inspect my emotions like clouds could approve what I planned. If energy dropped, I lowered the target. If doubt showed up, I canceled the demand. Some days I felt sharp and promised too much. Some days I felt heavy and offered none. My routine became a map of conditions, always rewritten by what passed above. At work, one comment could ruin the evening. One restless night could erase the next day. I handed the wheel to temporary weather, then wonder why nothing remained in place. The storm is real, so is the roof. Feelings need shelter, not control of the road. Good mood, bad mood. Clear sky, hard rain. The forecast changes. The standard stays. I don't need sunshine to carry the day. Weather can visit, it cannot lead the way. I stopped demanding the same output daily. That wasn't discipline, that was denial. Instead I built ranges I could keep. Honestly, full session, reduced session, minimum mile. When focus was clear, I used it completely. When focus was low, I narrowed the aim. But something got finished in every condition, so mood lost the power to cancel my name. I learned to respect what the body was saying without letting discomfort design my life. Rest when recovery truly requires it. Move when resistance is wearing disguise.
Rain does not mean ruin, wind does not mean stop. A difficult morning is weather, not law. I can bend the schedule, I can shorten the strain, but I will not build my identity around one passing day.
One passing day. What's the forecast? Uncertain. What's the standard? Certain. How do I move according to truth, not according to comfort?
Good mood, bad mood, blue sky, hard rain, the forecast changes, the standard stays.
I make room for the weather without giving it my name. Feel everything honestly. Still choose the way.
I check the conditions,
Then I keep the commitment. The handle turns out good. The handle turns like going. Yeah. 3 weeks became 3 months. My shoes stayed clean by the wall. I blame the knee, blame the schedule, blame the fear I wouldn't be who I was. Every time I passed that entrance, I rehearsed another reason to wait. Said I needed one good morning, like courage came with the date. But the room behind that doorway wasn't judging what I lost. I was the one outside it, making distance cost more cost. The handle never fought me, the lock was in my head. I didn't need my old strength, I needed one step instead. So I entered without confidence, carried down across the floor. Started lighter, moved with patience, didn't bargain at the door. I won't wait to feel prepared, I won't worship who I was. I walk in with what is left, and I work with what I've got. First set shook through my shoulders, every number felt too small. Pride kept naming old achievements like they mattered to the bar. I slowed down and held the motion, let the weak side speak its truth. No cameras, no performance, just the work I used to lose. Session after quiet session, I stopped measuring the past. The body answered repetition, not the stories that I had. Enter first, belief can follow.
keeping me out. It only showed me how long I had obeyed doubt. So when fear says not yet, I don't debate anymore. My answer is the sound of my head on the door. I enter without confidence, carried out across the floor. Start where honesty is placed me, then I give one effort more. I don't need my best condition, I don't need a perfect start. Showing up before I'm ready is how readiness is the handle turns, I go I knew which side was stronger, so I always started there. Chose the movements that looked solid, skipped the ones that showed repair.
My left arm lost position, my balance broke below. I call those details minor because I hated training slow. At work I hit the same way, took the tasks I knew by heart. Passed the difficult analysis to someone better at that part. I kept painting over weakness, kept the surface looking clean. But a structure isn't trusted by the strongest beam you see. Test the work, babe. Put the honest load there. Not enough to make it fail, enough to teach it how to be. Test the work, babe. Let the imbalance speak. A structure only holds when I stop protecting what is weak. I dropped the weight to almost nothing, held the motion at the edge. 3 slow seconds in position, every tremor fully read. No hiding in momentum, no stronger side allowed to take the work away from what I came to strengthen now. At the desk I kept the hard assignment, asked for guidance, took the notes, spent an hour on the section I had always left alone. Embarrassment became instruction, every flaw became a plan. What I once concealed from judgment turned to something I could span.
Inspection is not insult, weakness is not shame. The danger is refusing to reinforce the frame. Test the work, babe.
Put the honest load there. Not enough to make it fail, enough to teach it how to be.
Test the work, babe.
Give attention where it's due. I don't build around avoidance, I rebuild the weakness through. Fight the shake,
Reduce the strain,
hold alignment.
train again.
No disguise, no borrowed strength. What once threatened the whole structure now is gaining measured life.
I don't showcase the strongest part, I strengthen what the whole depends on.
Change the route, not north.
The gym closed early when my shift got moved. My old morning window disappeared by June. I missed 3 sessions and blamed the new hours like one blocked road. Had erased all my
direction I wanted got nothing from me. The road can turn, the heading stays. The road can close, I find another way. Change the road, not north. I studied the week like a map on the hood. 2 evening windows, 1 weekend I could. A park near the warehouse, a bench near the track. Enough basic equipment in one old backpack. Monday became short, Thursday became long. Saturday carried what weekdays could not. Not the route I imagined, not perfectly drawn. But every new path kept the direction turned on. The first week felt awkward, the second held shape. By week 5 the detour had become my new lane. I stopped judging progress by how plans began, and measured where the movement still follow command. Change the road, not north. Keep the needle fixed. A closed road is a problem, not permission to quit. Turn left, go longer. Use what the day affords. Change the road, not north. A rigid plan can snap while a clear direction bends. The destination does not care which street I used to enter. I can change the hour, I can change the place, I can shorten the distance and still protect the aim. Now when a week gets rearranged without warning, I don't hold a funeral for the old morning. I mark what remains, build the roof from the facts. Keep one line moving instead of looking back. Flexibility isn't surrendering standards, it is refusing to make perfect conditions the answer. The compass stays steady when the landscape contorts. I change what must change, but I do not change. North, 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 north. Do not change. North, 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 north. Change the road, not north. Keep the needle fixed. A closed road is a problem, not permission to quit. Turn left, go longer. Use what the day affords. Change the road, not north. Blah, 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 blah. My methods may move, my direction does not. Turn down the noise, keep the signal. Turn down the noise, keep the signal. I used to set the tripod before the first set, frame every angle, then check who had watched it. I knew the view count before I knew my form, chasing the reaction while the purpose got lost. A good session felt weak if nobody replied. A bad one felt useful if the numbers climbed. I called it accountability, called it a brand, but the screen held the focus that belonged in my hands. Between every movement I reached for the feed, let strangers interrupt what I said I would be. The room was full of music, comments, advice, so loud I could not hear the standard inside. Interference can sound important, alone in the locker one night. Walked downstairs with no lens and no likes. At first the silence felt almost severe. Without an audience, every weakness was clear. My breathing was rushed, my balance was wrong. I had been performing instead of getting strong. So I lowered the load and corrected the frame. Repeated the motion without posting a thing. Weeks went by with no public display, just notes in a book and improvements in place. The signal grew cleaner when the noise disappeared. More control in the movement, less need to be cheered. I stopped asking strangers if effort was real. The record in my habits gave the answer I needed. What gets through? The breath, the count, the honest result. What gets cut? The comments, the comparison, the need to be said. So that, all that, follow it. Static has no vote. Noise does not decide. I follow the signal that survives outside the spotlight. No crowd in the room. No camera light. Static has no vote. The work stays mine. When the room goes silent, I can hear what I stand for. I knew how to look committed when somebody was watching. I knew how to look committed when somebody was watching. I saved my hardest effort for the camera light. Found the cleanest angle, made the timing look right. At work, I stayed visible, spoke first in the room, then slowed down alone when there was nothing to prove. I chased the reaction more than the results. A quiet day of progress felt almost like a loss. If nobody noticed, I questioned the worth, like effort needed witnesses before it could work. The stage made me louder, but never made me deep. I performed being driven, then avoided the repeat. Every round of applause disappeared by the night, and I had no private standard to carry the fight. After the audience leaves, what do my hands still do when nobody records it? Promise stays true. After the audience leaves, I meet the work alone. No spotlight can complete what must be built. I started with sessions I never displayed. No photo, no caption, no need to explain. I logged every movement, then closed the book. Let the value exist without asking who looked. At work I finished details that carried no praise. Fixed hidden mistakes before they grew into delays. The kind of small effort that nobody sees, but makes every visible outcome easier to believe. At first silence felt like losing my name, then silence became where I sharpened my aim. Without an audience, excuses sounded clear, and repetition became the only voice I could hear. Applause is a visitor, it enters then goes. Attention is whether it changes and moves, but character stays late when the room is gone still. It signs no autographs, it simply fulfills. After the audience leaves, my hands still know the task. No camera in the corner, no image left to show. After the audience leaves, the standard remains low. I do not need to be witness to answer what I owe. The work that changes me
usually happens without a crowd. Whose numbers am I chasing? Whose finish makes me late? I threw away their measuring tape. I keep my own measure now. One mark beyond the last one. One honest inch somehow. No stranger sets my distance. I keep my own measure now. Yeah. Lunch break, phone against the bottle, watching strangers lift and run. Every highlight made my effort look like nothing I had done. I compared their brightest moment to the week I barely slept, then erased a solid session because theirs looked more intense. My notebook stayed half empty, not from lack of work or sweat, but because I called it worthless if it wasn't someone's best. I kept moving every target to a place I couldn't stand, using other people's progress like a ruler in my head. But a ruler built for someone else will lie about my height. So I wrote down where I started, not where they arrived. Whose numbers am I chasing? Whose finish makes me late? I threw away their measuring tape. I keep my own measure now. One mark beyond the last one. One honest inch somehow. No stranger sets my distance. I keep my own measure now. I began recording everything, the weight, the pace, the rest. How I handled low attention, how I finished when depressed. Not to turn my life to data, not to worship every score, but to see that quiet progress had been happening before. 4 more seconds under tension, one less break between the rounds. A calmer breath when doubt arrived, a cleaner landing on the ground. Small advances looked invisible when I stared across the lane, but beside my former numbers they were evidence of change. Not their pace, not their frame, not their season, not their name. My last mark crossed the line, I move it one more time. Comparison kept changing the unit until nothing I did could count. So I chose one honest standard, be harder to stop than I was last round. Whose numbers am I chasing? No one standing in my way. I threw away their measuring tape and faced my record on the page. One mark beyond the last one. One honest inch somehow. No stranger sets my distance. I keep my own measure now. I close the app. I mark the page. Always kept an exit close enough to rise. I chose the route that circled near my street, so the moment I struggled I could quietly leave. Packed half a meal, planned half a week, made every commitment easy to breach. I told myself options meant staying in control, but every side door weakened the goal. At the first hard hour I knew where to turn, not toward the work but away from the burn. I never fully failed, I never fully tried. I lived in the comfort of an alibi. I could have continued, I chose to stop. Same clean excuse, same unfinished job. An escape kept open becomes the path I take. Still the side door, leave one way through. When the moment gets difficult I finish what I chose. No hidden exit, no private retreat. Seal the side door, make
no shortcut home when the strain had begun. I carried enough water, set one steady pace, turned at the marker and faced the return. Halfway back, every argument came, walk the rest, cut through. Tomorrow's the same, but the road offered nothing except forward ground, so I shortened my stride and kept moving down. That night I prepared every meal for the week, placed each container where excuses could see. I gave fewer promises but locked each one tight. No casual agreement I could abandon by night. The change wasn't trapping myself in a plan, it was removing the exits I used against my own hand. Freedom had never been leaving on cue. Freedom was trusting I would follow things through.
Where do I go when it gets hard?
Forward!
Where do I turn when doubt gets loud?
Forward!
Oh, no side route, no sacred railing, no half-made promises I for retreat.
Choose a direction, close every doubt. The person I'm building
Does not slip out.
seal the side door. Leave one way through. When the moment gets difficult, I finish what I chose. No hidden exit,
No private retreat.
seal the side door.
Make your mimic complete. I do not make plans with an escape built in. One blade at a time, that is how the edge returns. Not by swinging harder, but by sharpening the work.
I don't need a sudden breakthrough. I need practice, clean and fine. The dullness leaves in layers.
One blade at a time.
One blade.
Yeah, I had started moving carelessly, chasing speed to feel advanced, throwing weight through weak positions, calling effort good enough. When the numbers stopped improving, I attacked them with more force, as if volume could correct what I refused to practice slow. My hands knew every shortcut, my body hit the floor. I could finish every set without controlling it at all.
The skill had lost its edge, but ego kept the pace alive. I was trying to cut deeper with the tool I wouldn't refine.
More force was not the answer.
So I lowered every number until weakness stood exposed. Paused where balance left the movement, held the line I used to rush. I filmed one set for feedback, not attention, not display. Then corrected one small angle and repeated it for days. Nothing about it looked impressive, nothing fed the need for speed, but precision brought a strength that reckless effort couldn't reach. The movement started answering without tension, out of place. I had not become less powerful, I had stopped wasting what I meant. One blade at a time, that is how the edge returns. Not by swinging harder, but by sharpening the work. I don't need a sudden breakthrough, I need practice, clean and fine. The dullness leaves in layers.
One blade at a time. Slow enough to feel the flaw, still enough to hold the line, clean enough to earn the load. Again, refine.
One blade.
One blade at a time. Let the careless habits fall. Strength without precision is isn't strength I trust at all. I don't chase a louder number at the cost of clean design. I make power worth depending on one blade at a time. Technique first, then weight. I leave the rough edges where I can see them. That is where the next day begins. Cursor on the line, I changed the same sentence for the 20th time. Called it high standards, called it getting it right. But perfection was a lock and I was holding it tight. The rib bar stayed open, the training stayed planned. Brand new schedule written in a careful hand. Every clean intention made a beautiful wall. Nothing got finished, but nothing could fall. I knew how to prepare, knew how to revise, knew how to protect every flaw from their eyes. I was building a doorway too perfect to use, then blaming the room when I couldn't move through. A flawless plan with no weight on the frame is only fear wearing a professional name. Give me the first ugly draft, the shaky rip, the honest attempt. Something real that I can correct, not another promise kept in my head. Give me the first ugly draft. Let the rough edges show where I'm at. I don't need perfect to start building proof. I need one finished thing I can improve. So I sent the page before comfort arrived. Left one awkward sentence, let the work survive. Walked into training with the shortened routine. No perfect conditions, no dramatic scene. 3 measured sets and a 10-minute run. Not what I pictured, but the session got done. The ceiling stayed silent, the floor didn't care. There was strength in completing what doubt left bare. I started treating errors like marks on a beam, points to reinforce, not reasons to leave. Every rough result gave the next step a shape, and the habit of hiding had nowhere to stay. Dawn gives me data, data gives direction. Direction gets stronger through honest correction. I wasted years sending what I never placed, guarding my image while the days went to waste. Now every imperfect action carries more truth than the polished excuses I used in my youth. Give me the first ugly draft, the uneven breath, the honest attempt. Something real that I can correct, a visible step, not a private intent. Give me the first ugly draft. Let tomorrow improve what today put down. I don't wait for confidence to make the first move. I finish the work, then I make it improve. I leave the rough edges where I can see them. That is where the next day begins. I kept testing the structure before it had time to. I came back from months of burnout with a schedule
was back. The old numbers, old control. So I rushed across the distance while the base was still unstable. Every restart became a collapse. Every collapse confirmed the fear. Maybe I had lost the person who could ever finish here. Let the bridge settle. Let each support take weight. Cross one measured section. Don't force the spin and play. I cut the week to 3 commitments and made each one complete. Left a day between the strain, gave recovery room to speak. I stopped testing every session like a verdict on my words. Started building loading layers that the structure could support. The pace felt almost insulting to the memory of my best, but memory cannot carry what the present hasn't built. After weeks the shaking softened, after months the distance grew. What I call the loss of power was a safer way to move.
The bridge is not made stronger by pretending it won't bend. It holds because the weight is known, distributed, checked again. I don't prove that I am ready by collapsing in the test. I prove it through the patience to let every support set. Let the bridge settle.
Let each support take weight.
Cross one measured section.
Build a span that stays. Now the old ambition visits, asking for the longest stride. I don't silence it or serve it, I let judgment choose the load. I am not rebuilding quickly, I'm rebuilding something true. The goal is not to cross once, it is to keep crossing through.
I had weight only where the structure holds. Tonight I leave before damage. Tomorrow I return intact.
I hated the smaller place, the slow steps, the careful pace. Watching months of heavy effort disappear from where I trained. The therapist said be patient, I heard you falling behind. So I rushed what needed healing and paid twice for borrowed time. I treated every warning like a challenge to ignore. Kept forcing worn out parts to perform like weeks before. The body started speaking in a language sharp and clear, but pride kept turning signals into something not to hear. Maintenance is momentum, even when it looks like less. Tighten what has started slipping, give the weak point what it needs. I am not losing distance when I stop to make repairs. A machine that lasts is stronger than a machine that only tears.
So I learned the quiet process, controlled range and measured load. Sleep before another session, steady work beneath the hope.
Every small corrective movement felt too humble to respect, until function started returning piece by piece without regret. I wrote recovery beside training, not beneath it, not opposed. Fuel alignment, rest inspection, all the things my ego loathed. Progress wasn't always louder, sometimes progress was restrained. Choosing one clean repetition over 10 performed in haste.
The engine does not hate the workshop. The hinge is not ashamed of oil. Repair is not a loss of purpose. Care protects the future work.
Maintenance is momentum, not a pause outside the plan. I rebuild I don't build over crowds. I snapped at a teammate when the handoff went wrong. Made one miss, detail carry all week long. My voice filled the room, then the room went cold. I caught it being honest, but I'd lost control. I took that same anger into training that night. Added more weight just to prove I was right. The bar tilted forward, my shoulder took strain. Pride kept applying what the frame couldn't take. By morning the silence had hardened in place. A hairline division ran through every exchange. I thought time would repair what I wouldn't address, but hidden damage only spreads under stress. A crack does not vanish because nobody speaks. Strength starts with finding the point that became weight. Take off the weight, find where it split. Name what I damaged and answer for it. Before the load returns, before the pressure comes back, I repair what I weakened. I don't build over cracks. I walked to his desk without shaping defense. Said what I did was wrong, you didn't deserve it. No but in the sentence, no blame in disguise. I listened past the moment my pride tried to rise. Retraced where the handoff had started to fail. Changed who would confirm it, put dates in the trail. The fix wasn't only an apology, said it was building a system that respected us. Next at training, I lowered the plates on the bar, worked through the movement and found where I rushed. Slow repetitions made the weakness precise. Wide ego had covered attention, made right. Take off the weight, find where it split. Name what I damaged and answer for it. Before the load returns, before the pressure comes back, I repair what I weakened. I don't build over cracks. Being strong is not standing on something unsafe. It is closing the distance between harm and repair. It is owning the impact without begging for ease. It is changing the structure so the fault won't repeat. No, no. No pain over fracture, no load over doubt. Open the weakness and work from it out. Own it, reinforce it, test it with care. Trust carries weight when the repair is sincere. Take off the weight, I know what must shift. Truth in the damage in action. In the fix, before the low returns, I strengthen the place that gave. I don't call silence peace, and I don't call pride brave. When I weaken what matters, I repair it before asking it to carry me again. Yeah, you what I gave. At 6 I promised 7. At 7 I needed rest. At 8 I moved the session to a morning I had admit. I was skilled at changing language, recovery, busy week. Every breach became reasonable the moment comfort had to speak. My calendar looked committed, my actions feelings, not only when it worked. These are terms I don't renegotiate. I begin when the hour arrives. I reduce the load, not the standard. I adjust, but I don't hide. Feelings never sign this contract. Comfort doesn't set the rate. I can change the way I carry it, but I still deliver what I gave. But I still do what I gave. So, row 3 obligations. Nothing perfect, nothing grand. Move with purpose, finish one task. Prepare tomorrow while I can. On the nights my energy vanished, I cut volume, kept the date. 20 focused minutes counted. Showing up, preserve the faith. At work I closed the open project before planning something new. Stopped accepting my own language when the evidence wasn't true. Slowly my word gained weight again, not from speeches, from receipts. I became someone I could trust by honoring the smallest terms. No hidden clause, no private escape to what was promised in an honest shape. This isn't punishment, it's ownership. I chose the terms, I know the cost. When conditions change, the duty does not get lost. Not rigid, not reckless, not ruled by how I feel. I keep the agreement practical, and that is what makes it real. These are terms I don't renegotiate. I begin when the hour arrives. I reduce the load, not the standard. I adjust, but I don't hide. My signature means action now. My word survives a difficult day.